Yeah, Punchy can shut it off then.
I smell like fried chicken.
We got some fried chicken.
Do I smell like for real? Cause is that fried chicken that I smell?
Chicken.
Oh, okay. Cause I was frying something. I was like,
huh? Yeah, I can. Check to make it show we on. Oh, we live.
This how I want the music to come in if they doing a life story on me, just like this.
Just like this.
Just like this.
Well, today's gonna be your life story. If we're gonna have a life
just
story,
like this. Y'all ever thought about that? The music that y'all want when y'all show come on about your life?
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. If
think about it.
But think about it, and I'm gonna think about saying what's up to everybody who's watching. Shout out to my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards N Baldheads.
Hey.
Your host Fat Lace. I got the Soul Survivor Barry to the right of me.
Yo.
Hey Barry.
What's up, Tim?
And y'all know who we got because Barry just said it. We got Tiff in the building.
Hey, it's me.
Top
it's
tier
me
Tiff,
on the
to be exact.
It's me on the 1-2s.
Top tier Tiff to be exact. And on the 1 and 2s, we got DJ Punchy in the building. Happy birthday, Punchy.
Happy birthday, Punchy.
Is Mike on Punch?
Now it's on.
Yep, there you
Thank
go.
Thank
Y'all can't see him, but he is in the building. He is spinning the tunes. And we are not going to change this shot because everybody wants to see this shot right. Oh, so now she gone. I ain't going to say what she did, y'all, because it might not sound right on the We got Soup on the other side holding it down.
Hey.
Y'all got to understand, Soup is the greatest sport. She gave us a time limit tonight, y'all. Let me say that.
Okay.
She said, yeah, I'm a great sport and all, but we ain't going to be here till no 11 o'clock. We're going to get everything we got to get in.
Y'all went to 11 o'clock before?
Man, we done went to 11:45 before. we done had some
that
episodes.
That topic must have been all right.
Nah, we was just late.
Really?
Just late.
Just chilling?
Sometimes there be a lot going on.
I think one time was Norm was here.
Yeah, you know, when the general here.
Yeah, they were DJing and everything.
Could be a party all night.
It was a lot going
that
on.
was one of the nights.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That was definitely one of the
nights.
nights.
It's good to have one of those nights every now and then.
Absolutely. Salute to the general. Salute to happy birthday DJ Sandy B, his wife. You know, shout out to the whole team, OBKS1 radio family. Let's get that out there. Y'all, it's been a lot that's been going on. First off, if y'all have not been watching, if y'all not subscribed to BKS1 Radio TV, y'all bugging out there. Make sure y'all subscribe to that on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to Top Tier Image on YouTube, y'all out here bugging because my girl Tiff gets busy. She has one of the dopest shows that is out right now.
Thank you.
It's been out for a minute, but when y'all catch it, and go back and watch the other dope episodes. Yeah, it's not on YouTube. Oh, see, that's when I missed it.
We should have got her.
I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all just missed Soup.
Another queen.
And she got her hair done. Shout out to the barbers and the stylists again.
Another queen in the building.
Even though you got the hat on, but shout out to was it Alexia, your stylist?
Yes.
Shout out to her.
My girl. I have to stalk her. I have to stalk Lexi. Lexi's so good, but she is my stylist. Today was a rainy day, but you know you gotta make it work.
We see you doing it.
You gotta make it work. You gotta keep going.
Yo, and she does it every time that you can see her on camera.
Thank you.
I don't care if she's sick. I don't care if she's in the office. We're gonna get to her about.
Oh, you got the clips. Oh, you wasn't
what
playing.
What are we talking about?
Jay, look
Just,
at
man,
you
we do it
doing
over
homework.
here. We do it over here.
That's what I'm talking about. Men that come prepared. Yes.
We do it over here. That's what we talking about.
Yes. Okay, there she go.
So my client tonight.
That's my favorite pose, right?
That's your favorite
I'm so
one?
comfortable like this. This is too prissy. Right here, this is really me.
That's really you with the
That's
sweat?
really me.
Lounging.
Yeah, chilling.
I feel you. Are you a client with us tonight or just a client?
I am a client.
I love the way you do that.
I'm a client. Yeah, let's go.
If y'all watch the show, Tiff, we're going to get to you before we get to any of these topics.
Okay, let's go.
I got to ask you, what made you do the client and the typing?
Well, to be honest with you, the coach is really Shawnee, my daughter.
Okay.
That's who's typing because I wanted to incorporate her into what I was doing. Mm-hmm. So she's the coach, and sometimes I tell her what to say, but really what the Top Tier channel is just being real, talking about real issues, also discussing some things that nobody wants to touch on, like relationships or, one of the things I said that we discussed earlier was you sleeping with the enemy.
Ooh, sleeping with the enemy. Some of y'all out there, shout out to everybody on the check-in. I'm going to get to y'all
soon.
Everybody. Some of y'all out there.
Y'all ready to keep it real?
Some of y'all out there sleeping with the enemy, y'all just don't know it.
Yikes. Yikes. And it's true. We lay down with people and don't really realize their, how they really feel about us.
Mm-hmm.
And it can come in different forms. Like maybe they're with you because it's for financial gain.
Ooh.
But really, right? Or they need help. And that's vice versa. That's males and females. So we're not one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be with somebody and they don't have your best interests at heart. It could be because of obligations or, duties. And maybe that's why people cheat.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But that could be a reason. You said what? It's not worth it.
That's my good. Ain't worth it.
But what I'm saying is, and that's exactly right. If you have someone good, it's not worth it. However, let's be real. Right. But let's be real. There's a reason why people cheat. Now, you have people that, they have a problem. And then you have people that are looking to fulfill something that their partner is just not doing.
True.
Am I wrong or right? True. And that's the reality of it. But like sleeping with the enemy, you don't even know somebody don't got your back like that. I'm not busting it open for anybody that ain't got my back.
Word.
Like it's better to bust it open.
I just had a conversation about that.
If they got your back, it feels a little bit better.
It's a little
bit better.
That loyalty.
That's true.
That loyalty.
My bad, Soup. I forgot you was on the other
hey,
side.
Soup. She know how it is.
Me talk like
She's
that.
a grown woman.
She be giving me the new. It ain't our sponsor, but she get the new White Claws.
Yeah.
The tropical ones. The citrus. What's this be? Citrus yuzu smash. It be Soup, y'all.
What she got going on? But I just
here.
feel like as a woman, like, I don't know, when the chemistry's there and the loyalty's there and 100% that man has your back, it's a go.
Sometimes it ain't a go if it's like this, because sometimes people go somewhere else. Like, you want to read this one, B?
Imagine sleeping next to someone who can't wait to go to work just to be with the person they really want.
Then work.
Oh, not the work husband and the house husband. I mean, and the wife.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, we talk about that.
We did talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it again, because people be like hearing stuff like this. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a fantasy.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Peace to my brother Bobby Stone on the check-in. If y'all on the check-in, let us know
What's
that you
your fantasy? Everybody has a fantasy.
My fantasy? I don't know.
Good answer. Good answer.
Okay.
Good answer.
I'm spontaneous, so.
Okay.
Good answer.
Yeah. Spontaneous in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How that fruit roll up doing over there?
Good. You want to share? You want to share?
Yo,
you want to share? You want to share?
No, I have one. I wasn't going to eat it because it
came
gets
through
stuck
with gifts, y'all. B, did you get your
That's why I ain't put it on the
I know.
B, you can have
mine.
B,
okay.
I
was going to say B can have mine, but go ahead, Jason. What was you saying?
I mean, well, you want to give them yours, then
I was. I was.
Yo, we got some of that stuff when it comes to the work husbands. I don't know if y'all ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Work wives,
work wives too. Imagine sleeping next to someone who
right.
can't go to. He can't wait to go to work. It's be people that's really like that.
Right.
I don't think it's nobody here, but if anybody on the check, it's shout out to my
you
brother
you might spend a lot of time with that person.
That's
what at work?
Say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of time. We talking every day, at least 8 hours a day, especially if you're working together.
But how far would you take work husband and work wife? Do you just do flirting? Because I ain't going no more than just flirting. Like we not going nowhere.
That's
really
dangerous.
Piece to Lacole on the check. Yeah.
That's dangerous.
What flirting?
Work wife, want all that? That's dangerous.
You never had a work wife?
Nah.
You in a relationship?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say that's why you saying that.
Nah, I know what I'm saying. Work wife, your mate gonna be jealous of the other person.
Yeah, I don't take it too serious. I had a work husband. But he was Jewish.
But they might be jealous. They get jealous.
Yeah, his name was Brian.
His name was
Shout
Brian.
out to Brian.
What did Brian do for you being his work wife? What came with being a work wife?
This was like a long time ago. Brian held good conversation and he was very smart. He was a speech therapist. And I like to learn from Brian, but it never went far. Like, you know how back in the day when you realize you can't say certain stuff now because they have sexual harassment, they have all types of lawsuits at work. Yeah, he would just say little stuff like, you're a nice looking woman. I'm sure you look nice in lingerie. But back then and now you can't say that.
No.
Because that could be going to another level. But he would talk to me like that and I wouldn't take it too far. I just say I'm sure, and just keep it smooth.
I feel you. So Tiff, reason why I brought this up because one of your show topics was venting to the wrong people.
Oh.
And a lot of time we vent to people that we work with.
Right.
So Brian was one of the guys that you work with, him or somebody else. B, Punchy, we all have people that we work with.
Right.
And sometimes we feel like, since I'm around them a lot, I can let them know my truth.
Let them in, right.
Let them in. And it's not good to letting everybody in.
It's not.
Whether you think they're your friend. One of your quotes, you said, the devil is close. And everyone who is around you ain't for you. That's one of the quotes that you said.
For sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
like
I keep things private. When it comes to relationship, we could be tearing the whole house down. I don't want nobody to know. That's how I am with relationships.
Peace, my brother Huff. Peace to Sage Young Blood on the
like
second.
if you go outside of that as a man and you run your mouth, I don't respect that. Like why you can't keep that in the house? Whatever we got going on, like what is that? So I'm loyal in that part. Like, I don't like whatever goes on in the house. Now, you can get advice, but when it comes to certain stuff, please tell the whole story. Because if I start running my mouth, the whole dynamic is going to look bad. But that's not why I'm here. Like, I'm just like, you just sit there and look at your man like, yo, you really out there running your mouth. And that's not even a real story.
Now.
Motherfucker.
Now, Bob said, what up, Tip? Now, one of the things when you talk about running your mouth, and this is advice for the fellas.
Right.
You have said the guys who you trusting and telling the story,
yeah,
they coming back and telling you. And this,
oh,
be
yes.
like me breaking the code with Barry. I'm going back like, yo, Barry.
Oh yes, I had one Jay tell me, I tell you whatever you want to know.
Wow.
I'm like, and out of respect, I was like, you know what? You know how you start feeling guilty like this? I'm not helping the situation either, right? So I had to remove myself from the situation. Like, you know what? No, I have too much respect for that man to sit up here. If I'm gonna find out, I would rather it come from him. I had to bow out, knowing damn well I wanted to know every detail. But I just didn't want to be a part of that because that makes me look bad as a woman too.
You said never trust anyone who wants to be in your position.
Ever. You can never. How can you trust somebody, Jay? That's just like somebody chilling around you and you vent and you telling them, how can you trust them when they want to be you? Or they're jealous or they're envious. Not even want to be you because you got some people, they don't like you, but they'll place their self around you to mimic everything you do or to watch how you do what you do. That's sick.
Yeah, but you have to.
Please stay away from me.
It'd be hard to tell the difference between someone that admires you and someone that is trying to figure out how to take you down.
And that's where that discernment comes in when you praying. Because you please stay connected to God because your senses will let you know something ain't right with this person. And them antennas was go off, like watch them, or you'll get little signs like somebody saying like be careful, take heed to that, because you're gonna hear that message over and over when you got to be watchful of someone.
Sometimes we ignore it if it's someone we love.
Why? Oh, that's good. Why you think that? Why do you think that?
Because we don't want it to be true.
Oh, it's so true.
We don't want it to be true.
Oh.
Even if we think it is, we don't want it to be true.
Right. You think that's denial, bitch?
Yeah, of course. We're holding out hope.
Yeah.
We're holding out hope. It's the same thing if you thinking someone's going to change overnight.
Right. Do you think that love is blind?
You keep giving them chances, giving her chances, just over and over, the same thing happening.
Yeah. You're
just holding out hope.
That's deep.
I agree with you, Big Tiff. You was talking about adapting to BS.
Yeah.
One of the quotes you talk about. In your crib, if you got trash, you can't smell it in your crib because you've been there all day.
That's what it is, that's basically.
Yeah.
Until you leave
leave and come back.
Like, oh, this is different.
But you want to know something? That saying that I said can go either way. Mm-hmm. That's almost like if you leave a relationship and let's just say y'all take a break. You leave a relationship, you go to another relationship that treats you the way you know you desire to be treated. Then let's just say somebody trying to come back in the picture. You're like, yo, I don't even like the way I'm being treated. You wouldn't have known that unless you stepped out.
I think that's why people, you said before, it's a fantasy. Why people get caught
up. It's a fantasy.
People get caught up in the work relationships.
Yeah, it's an outlet.
You seeing this person at their best.
Right.
And I'm saying the way they look. I'm saying the way they act.
Yeah.
Because you're going to act a certain way at work no matter what.
Right.
And you're not going to see the person's real side at work. Y'all might go out to the lunch together.
Yeah.
Person bring you a plate of food.
Correct.
Y'all giving each other all the gossip at work. Other than that, I really don't know what it entails with a work relationship, unless you taking it further. And y'all maybe missing days together. People realize y'all keep taking a
right. Oh, keeping the taking the same day.
Whoa. They always out.
It's all real.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all real.
Stuff like that. Like I've seen work relationships, but I probably didn't even know what they were.
Right.
Just thought it was people being friends.
Okay.
Until you find out they took it further.
Oh wow.
How far can you? How long can you do this without catching feelings?
Yeah. How long can you? That's a whole nother
Sage
subject.
said you could smell it. Your nose just code switched. Absolutely, Sage. Now, B, yo, I some of my closest people. They're like, oh, this another Monday.
Yeah.
That's like you're in Atlantic City.
That's like people who have dogs in their house.
Yeah.
They can't smell the dog anymore.
Yeah.
You walk into the house and immediately you know this person has a pet.
But that's why.
But it don't have to stink.
It just smells like a dog.
Like a dog.
Yeah. And some people's nose are very sensitive.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
But so get back to that work relationship. You never had a work relationship?
No, I never really worked side to side closely with a female. Like, I worked with females like in the Board of Ed.
Okay.
But I wasn't like right side by side with somebody.
Right.
And no.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I have like a friend, but it wasn't like a relationship. Just like, cause she was married and she would talk about her marriage. And
she would come to work, talk about her marriage.
Sometimes stuff like that, but
just
venting. But not venting. And then I even met her husband. You know, and she met my kid's mom at the time. I think I had one kid.
Okay.
So we was like more friends, even though people thought it was more. Only because I guess they figured. I mean, I guess I look pretty decent, and she was attractive.
Were you attracted to her?
She was attractive. She was attractive. I was attracted to her. Yeah, she was pretty.
Okay.
But I couldn't see it like as far as because we didn't meet like that. We didn't.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We met at work. Mostly, it just be a group of us was hanging out.
Oh.
So it wasn't
only reason why I asked you was you attracted to her because that's the only one you talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you could have said a few, but you was talking about
I
never. This
that's the only person that I worked side by side with. Like our cubicle was literally next to each other, so every morning we'd see each other.
Right.
So, but that's the only person I ever worked side by side with.
Jay, you ever had a work?
Justin said, "Don't get right to you." Justin said, "Don't get your honey where you make your money." I feel you, John.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Never wanted to do that.
I've had little things.
Okay.
You know, throughout the time.
How did that work out?
Never had an enemy.
Okay, that's good.
Never had an enemy.
Because you know, when they get vicious, when them arguments start happening at work, it's dirty.
Thank God I never had an enemy.
It's dirty.
From a work wife type situation.
Oh
ever.
My gosh.
Always ended on a it's done.
Right.
You know, so lucky you never got.
Was good.
I said, but is it work wife or work husband? Is it only at work you see this person? Is this what that means?
Yeah, that's what a work relationship is.
Not necessarily.
No, a work wife.
No, not necessarily.
But see, that's the definition people get mixed up.
You're right.
Because it's supposed to stay at work.
You're right.
It's not supposed to go outside. Outside. Now it's an affair.
Yeah.
I've been guilty.
Now it's a relationship.
Right.
But if it stays at work and y'all only see each other at work, I think that's different.
Yeah.
My work wife, I loved my Chinese work wife.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
You only see
her. But making you feel safe.
I hooked her up with a husband.
I think you only call it that.
I hooked her up with a husband. I'm probably the best work husband she ever had.
Yes.
And when she introduced me to a husband, she's like, it's because of him.
Oh,
while
nice.
we are together. I was like, yo, give him a call. Yo.
Yeah.
You know, so you like him? You know, I understand.
And see, that's innocent. That's what I mean. That's what I had. I didn't have anybody I pursued. I was kind of too scared for that. I was in a relationship, so it was like it couldn't have gone far.
That's good you said that. All right. So was you comfortable with telling the person you was with that you had this guy at
I told him. I was like, that's because he knew me. He knew that it wouldn't have gone far. This is Brian. This is somebody I know, but I didn't tell him the part about the lingerie. That's a little too.
Oh, him saying that.
Yeah, he said that day, and I just was like,
He's the E on the check-in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're doing it openly, and it's more of a just a friendly, jokey thing,
right?
I guess that's innocent. But when you're hiding it from people, and and you're really not talking about it, I think that's when you just
what you got going on, DJ?
Yo, DJ Punchy is laying it down.
Yeah.
First of all, happy birthday again to DJ Punchy.
Happy birthday. What is the music? What's going on?
He be setting that tone
Yeah,
right. I'm
he
trying to
is.
let y'all
Yeah,
know.
he
Like,
is that music, Soul Child?
Yeah.
You know, he said it right.
Yeah.
He said it right. Now, it's a lot of things that's been going on this
Right.
weekend. We're going to get away from these work wives and work husbands.
Yeah, we don't want to get nobody in
We
trouble.
don't want to get nobody in trouble out
Only
there.
person only time you get in trouble, you get yourself in trouble.
Yo, you right about that.
No,
that is
somebody
true.
watching somebody live.
They
They're
can
going to be
watch,
like,
but-
why you comment?
But some stuff that might happen to a work wife or work husband, I see. Oh, man,
you know-
it's always something.
Right.
People can lie,
True.
right? One of the worst things you say about, say, if you're cheating and stepping out, you're like, don't bring me nothing. Don't give me nothing.
Right.
Now, this is one of the wildest lies I have ever seen. You want to read this one, B?
Oh my
My
lord.
wife of 10 years tested positive for chlamydia.
Damn.
She says it's from a friend's sex toy.
Wait, she said it's from a what?
Her
Hold on.
friend's sex toy.
What? It's a whole bunch of stuff we need to discuss.
Her friend's sex.
Yeah, like
So
what's
It's
going
a lot
on?
to unpack right
It's
there.
a lot to unpack right here. Y'all want to check it? Let us know how you would feel.
Hold on, let me put this fruit roll up.
I'ma say
so we
this.
can
What
get
would you
into-
do if this is what your wife? This is his wife of 10 years. I'm not a married man yet. But this is your wife.
The fact that you would even try to put that lie that you use somebody else's sex
Sex
toy. That's
toy?
just
I mean,
nasty.
I would have so many questions.
That's
Who is the friend?
That's nasty.
They
First
probably
of
know
all,
each other too.
Of course they do.
Is this
If that's a
real?
friend.
Is this really a sex toy?
No.
Did you get it from? Man.
Probably one husband's friend.
Oh,
Oh.
God. Oh, Punchy.
Oh.
Punchy said one of the husband friends?
But let's get to this. Let's tackle this.
Was the sex toy really?
Let's tackle this.
Piece of my little cousin.
So
DeMarcus.
what you want to know? How we talking about this?
well,
Let's-
first of all, you
There's
have
so
to
many
believe
places to
you
start.
You have to believe that that's how you can transmit it to a toy. First, you have to make sure that's even possible, and then you go from there. That's the
First,
first
we
part.
not sharing sex toys. That's a
That's
lie.
the first part.
So,
'Cause even if she's telling the truth, that's still not good.
It's
still
so many
not
places
good.
to start. Like
It's still not good, even if it's telling the truth. Like, how'd you even get in that situation?
I'll put it back up. Yeah.
How you even get
Yeah.
in a situation to use your friend's sex toy? What you went to
first
your
of
friend's-
all, no, you gotta.
I'm just saying that you got to start with the
first
lie
thing
first before you jump
First
over
thing
that.
first. I'm with you,
You got to start with.
How
the
would you
statement.
tackle that, B? How would you tackle that if that was your woman?
First, I'm starting with the. I'm gonna act as though I believe it. Come and ask the questions. Okay, how did you end up with your friend's sex toy? That's the first question I have to ask. Where were you when you were using this friend's sex toy? And
Right.
Why would you use theirs? Let's go from there. First, then I have to look up. Can you catch chlamydia through a sex toy?
Right,
I have to look that up.
right.
And then I have to go from okay, these I don't even believe this is true. But I have to start with the lie first.
Start with the lie
I
first.
can't
Yeah.
go with what I think first. I gotta go with the lie that you
Yeah,
just told.
yeah.
And try to break your lie down in my mind. If I think it's a lie. And if it's the truth, I'm still looking at you sideways.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's very, very heavy.
You have to
Peace to
explain.
Lena E.
Like, that's
that
heavy.
statement needs an explanation.
Lena,
Yeah.
we got Lena E on the check. Lena, I need to know how you would handle this.
I would probably just look at him like you gotta be kidding me. Like, before you even how you respond to that?
I think if I was a man, I'd be like, "Are you more satisfied with a toy?" I think if I was a man, I think I wouldn't like my woman to be more satisfied with a toy.
That's
I
Sound
wouldn't. That'll bother me a little bit.
It's your friend's toy.
She
Not even
satisfied.
just your toy.
That's
This
Yeah,
your friend's toy.
it's that's
friend's
a.
toy.
But you want to know something? It'd be a lot of women getting down like that.
This is the
That's a
this
fact.
is where we have to
Oh,
start.
is this where we want to go?
Yes.
We have to
Oh, this
start.
is where you want me to
Yes.
go? Yeah, like real talk.
That's
It'd be
the
a lot
first
of
part.
women
How
that
you get your friend's
I hate
sex
to
toy?
say it, but maybe it'd be a lot of stuff going on these girls' trips. I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus or nothing, but
Especially in Jamaica.
yeah, I don't know. But what I'm saying is
Tell 'em punch.
the world, and I don't knock what anybody likes. Let me just keep it real with that. People
No
like
doubt.
what they like, and we respect what they like. However, a lot of women have gotten to the point where they feel like they don't need a man. I'm sorry, let's make this clear. I need a man,
No doubt.
and I like a man.
The friend is more than
I mean,
a friend.
And there's nothing like a man. It's
doubt.
nothing like that to me, but that's my business. But what I'm saying is, to get back to the subject, there's a lot of women that's just feeling like it's fading out because men are not where they want them to be. They're not talking commitment. they're talking like coming through. What is that? What's happening to that?
Some women just like women.
Some women just like
and
women.
I think that's all to the point.
And that's a fact.
We can make up an excuse like, the man ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. No, you like women.
You like women.
That's it.
And you want to know something? If that's your truth, that's your truth. But don't belittle a man because that's what you like. That's
and don't catch
issue.
chlamydia with your friend's sex toy. That's the point. Like right
and then
now.
bring it back
then
to
you
your
bring it
man.
Back to me.
It
I ain't got no anti-wipes, no whatever.
Yeah.
No Lysol. Come on.
It just sounds like a desperate
A desperate lie.
Yeah, it sounds like she couldn't. There's no other way to explain it.
Nah, I don't think that was the truth though. I think she was messing with somebody and they just it slipped up, right? I don't think that was because of no toys or anything like that.
Yo, some stuff is crazy out here where I'm wondering if it's the truth or not. And I don't fact check everything.
Okay, bring up something, Jay. Let's talk about it.
So I'm looking at this right here. Man gets plastic surgery and name change to date his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, God.
After she obtains restraining order. New Jersey man who went to great lengths to try to win back his ex-girlfriend despite a court restraining order was arrested this morning after his plot was discovered. Now, they say this right here, it's supposed to be real. If it's fake news, y'all let me know.
Okay.
You know, if everybody on the check it, y'all Google this story while y'all watching here. Hopefully y'all watching this on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time. Make sure y'all share it with a friend.
He looks completely different.
He looks completely different. Now, it's people that do get face changes.
Yeah.
I've met a girl who had got a face change. Teeth done, eyes done, and I'm like, yo, this can't be you.
Did she look the same?
No.
Wow.
No.
That's a whole new identity.
Whole new identity. When she showed me an old picture, I said, this is you?
Right.
Damn, you don't look
the
the same.
The only thing about that is you can't get away with it when you had them kids. You can't.
She had kids.
Right? Them kids gonna come out looking like your kids.
It will. You're right. You're right. But this woman fooled me. I didn't know who she was.
Wow.
And she's like, I done been around you, please. I never paid attention to her old face.
Right.
Or her new face.
Right.
But when she showed me the old face, I'm like, God, yo, you could really get stuff done that make you look like a completely different person.
Yeah, it's a lot of people you'll be surprised that are very insecure with what they look like. So, and you want to know something, whatever to make them feel better, that's what it is. But
that too,
it's something else.
Damn, this is how low somebody would go.
Yeah, but he's obsessed.
He's obsessed. It's true, Sue.
He went beyond.
Yo, this is beyond
himself.
belief.
Yeah, he went beyond.
Sue, what you say? 37. Oh, it's a true story? She said 37's surgery.
Shout out to you for fact checking.
Thank you, Sue.
Yes, Queen.
Cause Soup like, yo, I'm in charge of this whole thing.
Yeah,
like, look,
yes, Queen.
Y'all on my watch. I can't,
Yes.
Cousin D ain't here no more. Shout out to Cousin D. Cousin D should be like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Nah, that's true.
Right, wow. But what's y'all take on that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
The rain.
Very delusional.
Yo,
sad.
Could you imagine it when she found out who this man was?
That's sad. That's sad that somebody would go to that lane. I mean, that is obsession.
Did you ever have someone obsessed with you?
Not like that.
Jay?
The one girl in high school.
Look, you ready?
who painted her room sky
Jay
blue
was
because
ready.
she know Carolina was my team. That's the most it ever went.
Okay.
I never had nobody going. Might have wrote a poem or two about me, but you know, that's back in the day, love. You know, we still had lockers.
Yes.
It wasn't getting outside of the high school. But.
To my knowledge, I've never been followed or anything like that. To my knowledge.
Oh, I'm glad you said to your knowledge.
To my knowledge, I've never been followed or anything like that. I'm pretty sure the drive-bys have happened. I know that's happened. But as far as somebody waiting outside, follow you.
That's the only thing I'm scared of when it comes to dating. I don't want anybody waiting outside my house.
I didn't want that. I was going to call Sue.
I don't want that at this stage. I had that.
Or you come in and see the person applying at your job.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's so creepy. Like,
pick the phone up first.
Yeah.
Or try to be friends with somebody you with. You ever had somebody,
just all types of creepy. Now that's
you ever had somebody
creepy.
try to be like a guy who liked you, try to be friends with the person you like?
Whoa.
No. I never had
I've
that.
had them try to be friends with my friends.
Well, I think
that's creepy too.
I think that's creepy, but I think it's a little bit different. That's a little bit normal.
But try to be friends with the guy you like.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like Tiff, this is my boy so I just met. He looking at you like,
oh yes. Oh you get that a lot at the cookouts in the summertime.
Like, you know, I've been on.
That's the most creepiest thing. Somebody introducing you and they looking like I'm waiting for him to make one move. wrong, and that's over. That's creepy, though.
But it could be somebody that you knew already wanted to get at you.
Yeah.
Dudes be doing that and be studying. They like,
that's why you gotta chill with the eye contact. I don't think you're supposed to be making eye contact with you when they introducing you. Nah, don't keep looking in these people's eyes.
Oh man,
because they gonna think they got a chance.
You gotta be honest with them.
Speaking on the sex toy thing.
Don't look at their eyes. It is.
Bro, that's why I couldn't recognize the girl.
Oh, okay.
Because the girl was with my man.
Okay.
I never looked in her face. This is my girl. So, hey, what up? That's the most you get, and I'm not paying attention to who.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
Right. Right.
What you were saying, B?
No, I was saying we talking about fact check, and I did fact check the chlamydia thing with the toy.
Okay.
It has to be recent, like
like they just use it or something.
Kind of. So basically, you're sharing it.
Aren't you supposed to watch those? See, I'm not a toy, and I'm not knocking nobody. Please listen. I'm just not with it.
What it's
but aren't you supposed to wash those things and sterilize it? I'm asking.
I guess if you're the only one
Somebody
using
on the
it,
check and let them know what you're supposed to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would think
I'm sure you gotta clean it.
Yeah, but like
anything.
I would think if you're the only one using it, would you think about that?
I don't know. I can't get into that toy, and it's a lot of people that be like, "Tiff, you gotta try the rose."
Based on the toy thing, it's not like her friend said, "Let me borrow the toy."
So you saying
she lying?
No, I'm saying you. Based on what I looked up, it has to be recent. So it's not like the friend had the toy in the closet and said, "Here, you can use it." It had to be used recently by the other person.
First of all, you want some nasty crap if you're using your friend's toy.
That means they were sharing it.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
Oh.
Because it can't stay on the toy for long. It can't live outside the box.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
It wasn't like the toy was sitting there and the friend said, "Let me borrow."
So they had a moment.
There we go.
Oh. You see how long? Oh, I'm still on the porch.
You see?
On
and that's what I would have to find. I would see that part of the story. I'm like, okay, even if you're telling the truth, you still was doing something.
Exactly. That's true. That is very true.
Now, you could have been using a sex toy with her and another man.
Let me tell you something. To me, I wouldn't believe that if that was my woman. I wouldn't believe that.
You wouldn't want to.
You
be in denial, like you said.
But you
would go in denial because you would want to think that.
Yeah, I don't think I would
want to
believe
think that she's that freaky without you.
Oh, but if she was freaky with you, it'd be a different story.
You'll probably believe the story.
Oh, okay.
No doubt.
Because you was there.
Hopefully.
You believe, or you know she get down like that with a female.
Do you think that's where relationships are going into having more parties in the bedroom? Do you think that?
I'm starting to see these what they call these swingers. A lot of swinging popping up now.
Do you think that's healthy for a relationship?
Wow, man, I don't see. I can't.
Honestly,
it's hard for me to say that because a lot of people can't share. A lot of people are jealous and they can't take that. I don't know.
Yeah. Would you be able to take that? Watching somebody?
Not my wife. If I was somebody I was just dating, but not a wife. No.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to take that. It'd be cops calls in the middle. Everybody's naked. Like
while everybody's naked.
Like I don't want to see nobody pleasing my man like that.
Yeah, I don't see how people can do it, but people do it all the time.
Yeah, and we're not knocking it. I'm just saying what works for me. Like I just can't take that.
Like you see a lot of these.
Like you moan a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
Why you doing all of that?
It's a lot of polygamy. It's a lot of polygamy in this country.
Out here.
Yeah, it is.
Mizzle said, "Nope, not happening."
Yeah,
not happening. Brooklyn in the building, man. It's a lot of things that have been happening, and we like, yo, could I do that? What's wrong with this person? This person is crazy.
Right.
Theories people talking about.
Correct.
Are they crazy? This one right here, is he crazy or is he just yay?
I saw that the other day. I said, man, this man's the executioner now.
Yo, Kanye. I don't know if y'all did y'all watch the Kanye academic session?
I didn't.
Well, just look at him right now. He has the Black Klan.
He's messing with us, man. That's why I'm laughing, because he's messing with us. And I'm like, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. Yo.
Yeah. He's a genius.
He's staying relevant.
Yeah.
He's not making any music right now, but we're still talking about him.
Right. Yeah, I honestly think that Kanye needs to be on medication, and I'm not. No, for real, but I think Kanye is a genius.
He's saying, people keep saying that, though.
Yeah, no, he is. He is.
Like, don't know why y'all keep trying to commit me.
Yeah.
His wife
but you want to know something? His mother knew.
Him.
His mother knew he was diagnosed with something, and she's the one that kept him balanced. And I honestly think when she passed, it was just him and her. She was his encouragement. She was the one keeping him grounded. So when his world left. And then when that thing happened with Kim, that sent him over the edge. Then was he on his line talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z kids though?
Oh, that was.
I didn't even want to log on the internet when that happened. Was he doing that?
I didn't even watch.
That was vicious.
Yeah, that was.
What did he? We're not gonna repeat it.
But you know what?
We're not gonna repeat it.
Interesting.
But I want to know, so I'm gonna look it up later.
I'm watching him on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
A few years ago, a lot of years ago.
Yeah. Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said something similar to you. And he was talking about Beyonce. Like, don't nobody be talking about my Beyonce. That's how you be feeling about Beyonce.
Right.
So Kanye in this interview on the Breakfast Club, it was kind of after the Taylor Swift and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he was saying how he admires Beyonce so much because, and this was at that point, because she worked so hard.
Right.
She's already established. I think she might have had like 20 Grammys at this point.
Okay.
But she still continues to push with her craft.
Okay.
Where she could just lay on kick her feet up like, yo, I done did everything, get fat, be a mother, and be good. So one thing I was admiring, like, yo, at this point, he wasn't all the way with the antics.
Okay.
He wasn't all the way with the antics. And I know you were saying how much you liked her as well because of the work that she puts in. I felt Kanye was the same way, but you just saying that he not putting out the music like he used to. And he was saying that in that interview, he was like, I still got to find time to get 6 hours in the studio every day. He has put out music these past few years. Yes, he has. But damn, I need more Kanye music.
They put Donda out, but if you see, it's not on the radio.
Nah.
Right. Do you think that's a reason though? I'm sure it's a reason behind
He's
that.
not he really, outside of those, he did those private, he did those hearings, those sound sessions in Atlanta. I did all that big. Then after that, people just waiting for the album. He kept saying it was coming out, push it back. And he really didn't do any shows, and he's not.
I think Kanye lost himself.
He's not doing any shows.
And just because he's a celebrity doesn't mean he has to have it all together. I really firmly believe that Kanye lost himself because when he was at his peak, he was dropping them beats. He was.
Undeniable work.
Undeniable. Are you serious?
Undeniable
Those beats
work.
are serious. So it's like, honestly, I feel like Kanye is at this stage where we're watching someone lose themselves.
What triggered that? You said, I know his
mom.
But I say that, but after his mom, he was making good music.
But that's what we see. We don't know what was going on behind, right? We don't know what was going on behind the scene.
I think the relationship triggered him. With Kim.
What, with Kim? Mm-hmm. Why do you say that?
Because she did a video.
Because that's where all of the drama, to me, started happening when they got into a relationship together. That's him and Jay-Z relationship started to crumble, for a certain thing. So, like you said, it could have been unraveling the whole time. We started seeing, when him and Jay-Z started going at it, we were just like, man, what's going on?
And that stems from hurt.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was talking about on my social media. I was saying that when black men get hurt, they translate it with anger. Not a lot of emotion with tears or, saying, I'm just hurt. Why not say that? They can.
You remember they got robbed?
Who? Kim.
And he said that Jay-Z didn't reach out.
That hurt him.
And didn't do this, and then Jay-Z didn't come to his church. Like, it was a lot. He thought they were really friends.
I would have been upset.
I think once he found out Jay-Z really wasn't his friend.
I think I would have been upset too.
That hurt him.
I think I would have been upset. And that's all I can say.
Kanye was that, he was that friend, like, yo, Jay-Z my best friend, but Jay-Z was like, you're not my best friend.
Yeah, because it was one of those.
It was one of those things.
Exactly.
And
I can see
hurtful.
When he found out that Jay-Z wasn't really his boy like he thought, that hurt.
Yeah, it did.
He had songs prior to it.
Then he started unraveling for real.
Remember the song Big Brother?
Yeah.
Like, so he had songs about that prior to. Where it's like, yo, it can happen.
Yes.
Are you keeping me at a bay? Like he kept saying, like, you don't see, you never saw me, this, that, and the third. So yeah, he had some unfinished business.
Yeah, and dealing with mental issues like that, whatever we feel, they feel it like 10 times more. Like it's more intense with them, believe it or not. He probably is on the spectrum. That's why he's probably so good at what he does. But what I don't like is how the Kardashians tried to play my boy when that's the only reason why y'all are on that carpet.
They on the carpet because of one of the best R&B artists, Ray J. That's the reason why.
Kim took shout out to Ray J.
Yeah, Kim took one for the team.
I want Ray J to stop making music.
Yeah, she took one for the team.
I'm happy Kim stopped doing porn because she was trash.
But she only did one porn.
It was trash.
Yeah, she blew
up off of that.
I said that the other day to one of my friends. I said if I was a man, I would hate a woman that just lay there. Do y'all go through that? I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Don't get us in trouble.
Okay,
but
we can move on.
Nobody wants a mannequin.
Nobody wants that.
What does that view look like for y'all? Can we talk about that? What does y'all view look like when a woman is just laying there?
Look at his face. That's how it looks right there.
That's horrible.
You don't want that face right there. Like, that's all you doing.
Yeah.
And then it makes you feel like this. Like, I want to go to work. Get a work wife.
I'm just saying,
that's bad.
It's got to be very disappointing.
Yeah.
And also, it could shake a man's self-esteem, I think, a little bit.
It could.
Because maybe she's requiring for you to do all the work. That got to be so lame.
Or maybe
yes.
That got to be so lame.
Yes, I couldn't imagine.
or get to the that's got to be.
I couldn't imagine. Man.
Yeah, But can you tell a woman that lays there just by looking at her? This is interesting.
No.
DJ, you could comment too.
Punchy said, "You're not getting me in trouble." Punchy, don't let her get you in trouble.
I'm listening.
No.
But can you tell? Can you tell just based off of looking at a woman that she's a layer?
Nah, because you can't tell who a freak is.
Some people hide it. They talk, but when it comes to that point, then you look like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Some people talk.
You can't talk. You can't back it up because you're gonna embarrass yourself. So.
After this later, that's got to be bad. I could say I never had that experience in my life.
I've heard. Just later.
No, I've had friends that told me about
and later it. Like this with their hands like this.
No, I have friends that told me that they've been through that situation. And this is the part that gets you. When they tell you who it was, you be like, no.
Wow, false advertisement. I call that false advertisement.
You be like, no,
not
the
West
one
Indian.
that talk all the time.
She West Indian. She got a dirty one.
West Indian.
I know some people like, nah, man. She from Trinidad, man. Ain't no way in the world, man. They do all the little
Dante wines.
Ain't do nothing. I couldn't believe it.
That's
shout out to my Trini people out there.
I was about to say, give them a shout out.
But when you hear that, you like, yo, nah, this can't be true.
Wow.
That's what I said.
So do you leave? How do you break that off with a woman that just lays there? How do you send her? Do you send her a text? Do you call? Do you say?
Tell her.
My friend said
you ain't telling no woman just because you lay there. I'm leaving.
Tell her.
You ain't telling nobody that.
Good communication, Punchy. I hear you.
My friend said he just basically phased out.
What does that mean for people that don't understand that? What does that mean?
Phasing out is the phone calls get less and less until you eventually stop reaching out.
Them Good Morning Beautifuls ain't the same no more.
Yeah, that's
or like you said, most times it's not after the first time for a man. I would think for a man, he gonna be like, that might have been a bad night. Try again. And then if it happens to him again,
he give her another try.
I would,
because she just laid there.
Yeah, we're a man. I mean, this is a story that I've been told. They're like, yeah, man, but after the second time.
Did you ever have a layer?
Nah.
Nah. Tiff, you the one who had a layer. Yo, we gotta quote that. Tiff, you the one who asked a few weeks ago about having a virgin. And maybe a virgin. And I said, well, I could have a virgin, but
men act crazy when they hear you celebrate. They be like, I had somebody curse me out.
But the difference is, you know what you was doing already.
Yeah.
A virgin is like,
well, virgin, your expectation is not the same, I would imagine.
But you can train her the way you want. Why wouldn't somebody want a virgin?
I don't think being a female's a virgin, I don't think you can penalize her for being a layer. I don't think that would be a penalty.
No, that shouldn't, because she doesn't know anything.
No, I'm talking about a seasoned person that's talking junk and portraying to be some sexual beast.
And you get her home and she like this.
And then she's a mannequin.
Because she fake.
Yeah.
She covering her eyes when you take her pants off.
That ain't good, man. Don't cover
She
your eyes.
That's gotta be terrible.
You said she faking?
She faking.
What is she faking?
Sometimes people fake it during sex, you know. They can fake like they don't know what they're doing, but it's
If
fake.
I feel like you got to fake, you shouldn't be doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Some women
Stay
fake
asleep.
it sometimes.
Why am I getting upset?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, that just
I
makes
think
me
faking
mad.
That's
Fake it like
fake it. That's none of my business.
If you faking it, would y'all be hurt if
No,
y'all was with a
no,
woman and
no.
she
I-
telling
that's her
y'all
fault.
like, this ain't it, you ain't getting that spot?
But you're not faking it then.
Then you're not faking. You
If
telling
you telling
your
me, I'm talking
But what
about
I'm
the
saying
one.
is, can your pride handle that?
Handle what?
If a woman telling you like, I'm sorry, like you gotta reach a little bit more in there.
Okay.
And she start doing this with her hand.
All right. Well,
Yo,
Like
if
once she
can't-
start doing that with her hand, just go home.
If she can't get hers off,
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah.
that's messed up.
Yeah.
I'm in tune with my body.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
so
yeah.
I could get by.
So is it selfish to get yours and she didn't get hers? Is that selfish or not?
Well,
if a woman,
That's very
If
selfish.
a woman is willing
Huh?
to tell you or
That's
try
very
to guide
selfish.
you, that means she likes you.
Yeah, and she wants you to, because she
She's
wants you to
trying
get it
to
right.
guide you
Trying
the
to
right
get you
way.
there.
You know,
Yeah.
you shouldn't take it
Well,
as
you
an
want to know
insult.
something? I feel like those conversations do need to be had, because why wouldn't you want to fully satisfy whoever you're with?
You shouldn't be insulting
Right?
somebody guiding you. You
Absolutely.
shouldn't be insulted.
Like, if a man was to tell me and I'm dating and I want him to be around for a long time, I would want him to tell me what he likes.
you should be doing that.
Yeah, I would want that conversation to be had.
So why can't be surprised?
He can be.
But I'm saying you can learn each other by learning, by just being around
Yeah,
each
but
other.
you can learn more with conversation.
Conversation, but sometimes you don't want to put anything out there in the beginning though.
You
Is
have
that
to- no, you
not
have
in the
to say.
beginning?
Not
Not
in
in
the
the
beginning.
beginning, but
Not-
as time
yes,
goes
time
on,
goes
you
on.
should know what they like.
But
No,
you got to pay
I-
attention.
I think more important to know what they don't like.
Yeah,
Damn.
That's most important to start off there. What don't you like?
right.
Yo.
And then I won't go there at first.
But how do you know what you don't like unless you tried it?
So
Well, you have to go by what you know they don't like.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something I never done before, but I had a conversation about it because I'm watching a TV show and the guy made like an animal noise, like a growl type noise. So you said you what
She
you say?
chilling.
So okay, so now this is I ain't no super. She was agreeing like yeah, talk that like that. So
Ram.
so I'm saying exactly. So yo, the dude did that. And I'm cracking up watching this movie. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This
Yeah.
dude, he's making an animal noise. So I was like,
What type of animal? Can you do it in the
no, I
mic?
can't.
Why?
Because you did it already. You know, I'm not gonna. Yeah. So like a cheetah, or whatever, male trying to turn her on, and this is what they doing.
Right.
And I'm like, could I ever?
I mean,
do
you
that
like
to
a
woman?
good grunt.
Like
Like
no,
a-
not a moan.
like,
But
not
if
a moan,
A
but
dude,
no.
a dude is making a growl. Type
Yeah,
noise
but
to
if
you.
he,
Are you
if
gonna
he-
stop in the middle?
why
Tiff?
wouldn't?
You want me to make the noise? Like
Yeah.
no,
What noise did he make?
I can't do it because I'm gonna feel.
She
silly just
triggered
doing it.
something. She hit a spot,
No, they just talking on the phone.
and he moaned.
He's growling. He's snarling. All that stuff.
He
He's making
into her.
Sue, make that noise
And
again.
he want more.
No, Sue,
She
make
laughing.
that- I know. So I'm
She
like,
laughing.
yo. So I'm like, if a dude does that,
Yeah, we
that
don't
could
judge
be a
him.
No, you're not gonna judge.
I'm not gonna judge
I'm
him.
thinking it'd be a turn off, B.
It depends.
See, B never did it. I never did it. But the white guy in the movie did it, and I'm like, maybe it was just for her. I don't.
You never moan for a woman.
I ain't saying moan.
But
I'm
he
saying
said
make
that
an
they
animal
wasn't
noise.
even together.
You
They
never
were on
a
the
woman
phone.
never made you make an animal noise.
Hell no.
B.
Over the phone?
No. In
No,
general,
howling.
in person.
But he said over the phone they were
Over the
talking.
phone.
Okay, but not over the phone.
Peace to Mike Lowry.
Nobody ever had a woman. All these men in here, y'all never had a woman make y'all want to make an animal noise.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make that feet
Okay,
curl.
that's fair.
No, I've
No.
had yes.
That's fair.
No, I'm not agreeing with them. I said yes.
So B said yes.
Oh, B. Oh, B said, can you tell us what noise you made?
I don't remember it.
Nice.
Baby, it was Big Bear. Papa Bear. You made
The
Papa
word,
Bear.
word.
Now, Papa Bear can sound better than
Right.
Baby Cheetah.
I
This
like
dude
a
made
good
Baby
grunt.
Cheetah.
Like a, like that
Now,
DMX.
Now, boom.
Okay, it
I
can
don't
be
know if I
hard
made
though.
the growl.
Yeah.
But the growl might
Women
put that
like
in my
that.
repertoire.
They
Women
like that.
the
It's
growl.
very masculine.
If y'all like the growl, put that on it.
Yeah, but you gotta be in the air when you do it.
You gotta be in the
You
air.
gotta
Right.
be in the air. It just can't be
Like
like,
baby boy. Like baby
like
boy.
it gotta be like right there at that moment. She done passed out.
Do a feet curl?
She done maybe if he does it right, correct, you know.
Yo, just
Or
know.
she be like quick walking?
to the crib.
I don't know, but it depends on how it's done. Yeah, but women like the grunts and stuff.
Yo, I definitely had
That's
moan.
motivation. That should be motivation
But
to tell you you're doing something right.
Yeah, I definitely had moan, but I did not make the animal. Not the. He made a snarl that was just weird to me, and I'm like, yo, if I ever did that, I think it would just dry everything up. Like,
Yeah.
who is you? Like, this ain't what
You
you
have to know the person
No
you
doubt.
with.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about like, what is a turn off? Oh man.
Is it like somebody scratching your back, biting you on your neck, or biting?
I would
don't like
say
that.
what's a
Some
turn
people do.
off? I don't like when you could feel somebody holding back. Like what are you doing?
Sometimes you want to see what the woman could do too.
That's
No.
That's bugged out. You
Yeah,
saying
not
as a woman, you can feel that a man is holding back.
Yeah.
How can you feel though?
crazy.
How you know if one man holding back?
That's crazy.
You want to know something? Sometimes men don't want to get too emotional.
No, that's
They don't
crazy.
want it. You can really feel them holding back. Like especially when you an empath, you can feel certain stuff. That's why I don't mingle like that.
I mean, for women, for men, we men can tell when a woman is definitely holding back.
See?
I never knew the
Exactly.
women they was on that side because
If you could feel it, we could feel it too.
I just never. As a man, I don't know what holding back means.
I would have to come back to that.
No doubt. And before we get up out of here, we're gonna come back to one of our dopest people in entertainment of all time in our culture, who just dropped the album. I don't know if y'all listened to his album. Did y'all listen to Will Smith's?
I didn't hear his album, but he's been dropping some dope interviews lately.
Super dope interview.
Yes, he has.
Hey, I ain't going.
I heard some freestyles from him.
freestyles been hot.
Really?
He always could rhyme though.
He did this interview about him speaking on living in fear. Did y'all see that?
I saw a little bit about it.
Oh my gosh, he was so real in there. Like I was like, yes, because we want to hear more from the men. Like, how y'all feeling? I want to know how you feeling because y'all get overlooked a lot. Nobody cares about how y'all feel.
Damon Wayans had a good interview.
Damon Wayans did have a good one.
with Shannon Sharp.
Oh, yeah?
He did have a good
he
one.
Yeah,
opened up.
I
He
gotta
said- he
look
said
in
a-
that.
He said a lot.
He did.
Oh,
said
was
a
that
lot.
the one where he was saying he was married and he didn't cherish her? Was that interview? He was speaking on his first wife?
He
Probably
talked-
did.
he probably- he
Yeah,
talked about
and
that.
see,
He
that's
talked
what
about
I love. Just to, oh man, just
Probably
keep it
did.
real.
So with Will Smith dropping his album, first of all, shout out again to the barbers and the stylists out here. He has the first song on that album was he's in the barbershop, and everybody's talking about it's him, Jazzy Jeff, and B Simone, and they're going back and forth, and they're talking about everything that they've been saying about Will Smith.
Right.
He's whack now. He done fell off. When was his last movie?
Right.
He crazy. Was him and Jada, they over with. If it wasn't for his kids, he wasn't this and that. But it's funny.
Yeah.
And they get busy. And what I liked about him as an artist, because Crazy Kanye was talking about him. He said how much of an inspiration that Will Smith was. And I'm going to say Crazy Kanye because he's my cousin too.
Right.
And saying how much of an inspiration Will Smith is to him.
Absolutely.
Yo, we always have to sit back and remember this guy was a rapper.
Yes.
88, first one to win a Grammy.
Right.
And went broke. Went broke. Then he has a TV show.
I didn't even know that he went
Yeah,
broke.
he went broke. He went
Wow.
broke. Quincy Jones saved his life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Saved his career.
Flipped it.
So he went to TV star to then movie star. We have not seen that from a rapper ever.
Right.
Before him.
Before him. Yes, before him. Thank you, B. And I'm like, yo, now he has a street named after him in front of his old high school, Overbrook High School in
Nice.
Philly.
That's
it's called
nice.
Will Smith's Way. And he's like, every time the people look at it, they're going to say, Will Smith did it his way.
Yeah.
Put Philly on his back. Was the first superstar rapper
Yeah.
from Philly.
Yeah.
Still got classic joints. And his music right now sounds really good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, a lot of people are living in fear.
Yes.
Like you saying, Tip.
Every day.
I got people who come to me and they might want to start a show.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and for those who are watching, it's more than one of y'all. Trust me.
Right.
And they're like, yo, I want to do this, but I don't know. I'm trying. What you think I should? I'm like, just do it.
Right.
Just do it.
What do you think the fear is when it comes to that?
Somebody not liking them.
Okay.
Some people are scared of
Rejection?
the rejection or
Okay.
not having the instant gratification that they might want,
right?
The residuals that they might want, whatever it is that's going to just make them feel like they're qualified or good at what they do. They're waiting for someone else to tell them.
Right.
Now they might not get the validation they want.
They might not.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, you can't live like that. One thing that Kanye was saying, Kanye was talking about him being a god.
Yes.
Now, in this interview right here with academics, now some people going to look at him like, yo, man, he crazy talking about he the God. He's a God. But we ain't look at Rakim like they were crazy. We ain't look at none of the 5%ers when they talking about God body. And I feel like everyone has a God in them. This is me personally.
Yeah.
And they gotta channel that God in them.
Yeah.
In your God-given gifts. And this is one thing, and it's a fearful thing.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Every time we before we come on, yo, look, I get nervous. Man, we got to make sure we prepare. This is all live.
Yeah.
And some people don't get it. I'm like, yo, look, you got to.
And that falls under anxiety.
All of that.
You know.
And that happens when you're not on your team.
Yeah.
When you're not trying to be your best. And it takes a lot of courage to do what you got to do.
Right.
Tiff, what you do when you watch one of the dopest shows with the top tier image, y'all better subscribe on YouTube.
I think my favorite show so far, when I was in the house sick. Because it's like, it goes back to what you said. Like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't care. I was like, listen, I'm supposed to be dead. Like, now I'm taking a break. I did an interview with the male stripper. Yes. That was so funny.
I heard you talking about that one.
To do that over. The lighting was messed up.
You were saying the mics and the...
Yeah, like he told me...
I watched the show.
Right.
You know
Thank you so much, Jason.
You know?
He said his baby mother gave him the...
application.
I'm like, damn. Like, I need you to dance. Listen, we listen and we don't judge.
Can y'all... Punchy, what... Shorty give you the application to say, look, I need you to dance. This is... I can't wait to watch that interview.
Yeah, we're going to do it over. It was so funny. And then I did another interview where a male, he was saying how it is to date in this society from a male's point of view. Like, oh, I can get. When y'all coming? When y'all coming?
Whenever you say come.
No,
you know
for real, because I want to hear more from men. Just
we here for
it. Matters.
We're here for
it. Matters.
I'm hearing about the horror stories.
We are,
what about the good stories?
We are here for
of dating. B.
Tiff, I need to understand what was the wildest thing you heard from that interview? You're gonna do it over.
Yeah.
From the male stripper. That you had like, yo, because I know you was like, you can't share your goods with another woman.
No,
like, nah.
He's a very nice guy. I've known him because I started going to the strip club when I was like, I think I was like 23. I went to a birthday party and I'm just like, I wasn't the one at a tip. I just was liking seeing what I was seeing. But he said
once you got the stripper music going.
One of the wildest things he said is when he's dancing is how women be smelling.
Whoa. Good.
That's true.
No.
Not good.
No, he said a lot of them be smelling like you shouldn't have came out the house like that. And these are real topics.
That's true though.
So he said that and it had me like, wow.
Did he say he felt cheap or used or did he?
You know what? I'm going to have to let him do that. Because he has to go into it, but he did tell me like when he first did it, he was nervous. Okay. But then after a while, I think he liked, the attention that came with it. Because I did ask him, I said, how did that, did it enhance the way you had sex? I was asking him all types of questions. And I asked him about the sexuality too of a lot of male strippers because, we hear a lot of things. He was open. He just told me everything. So we got to get that. He's actually, in 2 weeks, we should have it complete. But it was good. But the wildest thing he did discuss was how women smell when,
Damn.
Yeah.
That's true.
Have you heard that before?
Mm-hmm. Nah, peace to Miles Davis on the check-in.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Nah, I didn't know about that. I can't wait to watch that one.
Yes, thank you.
We can't wait to be on the show.
Yes, we got to set that up. Because, I film on a late night. It'd be late.
We can go to the office.
I'm ready for y'all to come to the office.
We there.
It's chill. It's chill.
We there for. We discussed it before. Yeah. So I can't wait till we get invited to the office. Time. We want to be there. Tip, let everybody know who's watching. How can they see you? What's the YouTube channel and all that?
I'm going to put it in the link, but it's Top Tier Image on YouTube. It's a different variety. I'm sure you can learn something about all of them. I speak on parenting, The one in the blue, I was so tired that day, so I was like, let me go in the office. But that's where you can find me, and I hope everyone is able to learn something because we're all here to learn.
Yes, indeed.
We're all here to learn and grow, and be honest with yourself. Be real, because we all here to grow.
Be real.
What did you learn today? Like, we don't like layers.
We can get chlamydia.
We can get chlamydia.
If they share the toy instantly.
Why are you
That
sharing
can
a toy
happen.
unless you're having sex with your friend?
Yes.
DJ, what did you learn?
Everything.
Tell her, Punchy. We
Some
women.
stuff you don't want to deal with either. So.
And what did we learn about Kanye?
A lot.
That's my cousin.
B, what did you
A
learn?
lot.
About Kanye?
Yeah, what did you learn?
I learned that he's a master manipulator,
Okay.
and he may be, like you said, on the spectrum.
Yes,
Maybe.
I do. I think I'm learning that. I just want you guys to know
Peace
it's okay
to
for
them
men to
all.
moan. No.
I
Right.
mean, I've always heard
but
women.
animal
I've
noises-
always-
You can
No,
do that
I mean,
too.
if he wants to make animal noises, let that man make animal
little growl,
noises.
little
If
growl.
he wants to sound like an ape,
I've always
he's
heard,
enjoying
I've
himself.
always heard women don't really like it to be totally silent.
Yo,
anymore.
I've
always heard.
I don't
that.
like
I had a
that.
woman have to tell me
Silent.
that years
Yeah.
ago.
I've always
she was
heard
like,
that.
you better make some noise.
Oh, she told you.
Yes, I'm like,
But what made you not want to make noise?
yo, I'm trying to hold back.
Why?
I ain't want to pume. I ain't want to go
But
too
why?
fast.
Oh.
I was trying to hold my breath. Like,
Oh, okay.
See, that's why I think a lot of women don't understand. Men
B said it's time to open up.
Men be focused.
yo, I was trying
You
to
gotta-
just
sometimes-
get to it.
Sometimes you gotta focus
Oh, is that? What are you
Surprising.
focusing on?
on not ending.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So it's like y'all concentrating?
Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm like, I'm
I
gonna
didn't
bring
notice.
it back. I'm in good shape at that time.
Yes.
Yo, I'm
So okay, so if she's
Concentrate?
moaning a lot,
Yeah,
does that
concentrate?
throw y'all off?
no, that excites me. Now,
But how do you not release if you hear her like, I don't want to do
no,
it, but
I mean,
like, cause the mic
I'm
is
like,
here.
I want her to keep getting hers,
Yeah.
but I'm like, now if I start softening up, moaning, I'm like, oh man, it
Oh.
might happen a little bit faster. I want to oops
Oh.
But that was back then.
Oh, okay.
That was back then.
I'm
I learned how to
learning.
moan better.
So-
Now. I learned how to incorporate it.
So I had
Oh.
a question.
Yeah.
Come on, DJ. You better. It better be good.
So
Cause we was on a high, so you can't take us
Cause
low.
we about to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
us
yeah,
out.
'cause we got to get ready.
Come on.
So what if a man can't bust fast, but he make you bust a lot?
What's the issue?
There you go.
I know what I'm saying. What if
What's
he
the-
he got the energy, keep going and going and going.
It works, but I'm still stuck on a moaning. So y'all be concentrating.
Gotta be concentrating.
Yeah, you better focus.
Yeah, but I don't see that as an issue. But
Yeah,
you
sometimes
would want him to get his too, right?
Some
You
women
don't
have an
get
issue with
yours.
that. Some women have an issue if the guy's not getting off.
I believe
That
that.
happens as well.
If you're focusing, that means you're in control of when you gonna go.
True indeed.
Surprise.
So
that's-
if you start moaning, that's gonna have y'all go down the hill.
That's not necessarily. That's not necessary. But
What makes you go down the hill fast? Seeing her?
That's a whole. We'll be here for an hour.
Come on, give me a summary real quick.
Can
You can't.
not tonight,
Not tonight.
but the next time you're on. That means
to be continued.
to be continued.
Oh God! Moan all
Everybody.
you can. Moan all you can.
Tune in.
Tune in next time. Make
Moan
sure
all
y'all
you can.
tune in.
We will have
top
the,
tier.
we
Moan all
will
you can.
reveal the answer.
Learn how to moan right.
One more time, Tiff. Top tier image
Top tier image on YouTube.
on YouTube.
We
Make
about
sure
to
y'all
talk
follow.
to the men, y'all.
Yo, we gonna be on it soon. If y'all want to hear me moan, go to my OnlyFans page. Lay down. Shout out to my barber, shout out to my stylist, everybody who's watching. Please like and subscribe to BKS1 Radio
Oh my
TV.
God.
If y'all would like to donate, y'all can definitely donate. It's independent over here.
Yeah, come on. Y'all donate to everything else.
Everything else.
Lock the doors. Close the doors.
Oh, we didn't even get into
wait,
the
Close
church.
the
we can't do
doors.
that
We didn't
here
get
now.
into the
Close
church.
the doors.
We going to church now.
Close
Preach.
the doors.
Preach.
Y'all know what they done did.
Them ushers was like, yo,
we
wild.
trying to
Close the
get
door.
it how we live over here. Hopefully y'all entertained, because we definitely are entertained when we on here. We are Beards and Baldheads. We shall see y'all next week.
That was so good.
Oh.
Yes, he was. He was like, wow.